Hi everyone, Dr. Kalaiko here, checking in about 48 hours after I've received my first dose of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. So I said that I would check back in with you to let you know how I'm feeling. So now that we're on day 2 post-vaccination, my arm is feeling much better. So you can see I now have full range of motion. I can lift my arm above my head and pretty much, there is still a little bit of pain in this arm, but not nearly as much as yesterday, where pretty much all day I couldn't lift it beyond about this point, and it was difficult for me to lift heavy objects using my left arm. So pain-wise, soreness-wise, much better. Also, I mentioned some fatigue. So yesterday around mid-afternoon, I definitely felt some fatigue setting in. I started feeling pretty tired, and that pretty much lasted until I went to bed at nighttime. So for me, my main symptoms or my main side effects included my sore arm as well as fatigue. I mentioned some other folks might feel headache, sometimes body aches, generalized body aches, and some people may even experience a low-grade fever and even chills. So again, all of these side effects are pretty common. They're normal and expected signs that your immune system is responding appropriately to the vaccine. Now, if you don't feel any of these side effects, don't be alarmed. The vaccine is still working. It's just that everybody is different. So that's why when you actually get your vaccine, your provider or your pharmacist is going to give you information on this program called vSafe. So they're going to give you a handout with information on this. What it is a program that you sign up for on your phone, and it's going to send you text messages to check in on you and ask you about side effects. So this way we can start to learn and collect more information on how it's working for people and how they're feeling afterwards. We already have a lot of information from the clinical trials. So the Pfizer vaccine was tested in about 40,000 people, and the Moderna vaccine was tested in 30,000 people. So that's already quite a bit of information. But we know that millions of people are going to be receiving these vaccines. So the more information that we have, the better. The other handy thing about vSafe is that it's going to text you to remind you when it's time for your second dose. So for the Pfizer vaccine, you need to get your second dose at 21 days after your first dose. And for the Moderna vaccine, it's going to be 28 days after your first dose. It's very, very important that you do go back and get that second dose in order to get full effectiveness of the vaccine. So to get to that 94% or 95% effectiveness, you really need to get that second dose. So very, very important to go back in. So I highly recommend signing up for vSafe to get that reminder. What else? So I spent a lot of time talking about side effects because that is one of the most common questions that people have. They want to know what to expect. And so, but I do want to draw our attention back to the reason why we have these vaccines in the first place. So imagine a world where we can hug our friends once again, where we can see our grandparents again, where we can start to celebrate birthdays and weddings and other special occasions together and gather in groups again. We can travel again. And, if our loved ones get sick and have to go to the hospital, where we can, visit them. So that's really why we have these vaccines. And it's really going to take all of our collective effort together to make that a reality. So thank you for your time, and in my next video, I'm going to talk about some of the rumors associated with the COVID-19 vaccines. So make sure you stay tuned for that one.